In this video, we will review my current P2P lending portfolio and the changes I made in October. Remember that this video is no investment advice, P2P lending is risky and you might lose your money. To minimize your risk in P2P lending, you must regularly monitor the industry and follow the latest news on P2P Empire. Here you can see the outstanding portfolio amount on platforms where I'm currently invested. The right column shows how the portfolio has developed over the past month. As you can see, there have been many changes recently. Bolster's lending partner Rapid Credit from Colombia repaid all the delayed loans. The entire portfolio has been delayed for about a year and the lender did not honor the buyback obligation or the first repayment schedule earlier this year. Now all the debt has been recovered, which is a positive result for investors. Even though the money has been repaid, Bolster cannot take full credit for the recovery. Rapid Credit did whatever the company wanted with a complete disregard for terms and conditions. P2P lending marketplaces should shield investors from situations like these. This has been yet another good lesson about the risk connected to investments in profitable lenders in emerging markets financed through a P2P lending marketplace, which has no idea what's happening with the lender until the company stops paying. While I managed to exit Bolster with an internal return rate of almost 20%, I don't think this experiment was worth the risk. Another P2P lending marketplace, Income, is also experiencing a similar situation where the lender is not fulfilling the buyback obligation on time. The payments from the lender Vivus from Mexico offering investments in installment loans have been delayed for several weeks. While eventually some of the portfolio was repaid, I still have about €650 invested, which has had the status buyback initiated for the past 3 weeks. Loans with this status should be repaid within a week, so clearly there are some issues that are not being presented anywhere on Income's website. That's also why I will be exiting the platform in the near future, as the communication has deteriorated. As Bolster and soon Income will leave my portfolio, I won't be exposed to platforms that list loans from third-party lenders. More often than not, a P2P lending marketplace does not have insights into the performance of the portfolios from third-party lenders, which exposes investors to higher risk levels. This is, however, not a recipe for success. Even platforms that list loans from in-house lenders are often not honoring the terms. Lender Market and Creditstar is the perfect example of that. Last month, I also exited my portfolio in Jordan. I simply liquidated my Jordan automated strategy, which took about 2 minutes. I've then redeployed some funds to Avafin loans from Spain and the Czech Republic, backed by the Avafin group guarantee. As the loan availability in those countries is limited, I was not able to invest all of the funds, which is why I lowered my exposure on Esketit. While the loans from Jordan have some of the best performance on the platform, the geopolitical risks in the region are outside of my current risk appetite. In a recent poll on YouTube, I asked you about what actions you are taking regarding your investments in Jordan, and here is the result. Whether you should keep investing or exit is completely up to you and your own risk assessment. Esketit has not had to deal with any major challenges so far. The platform was launched after the COVID outbreak and it's been a great success. Bear in mind, however, that the Avafin group guarantee does not back the investments in Jordan. If certain risks outside of Esketit's control materialize, there is not much you can do. Moving on to Estate Guru, where I continue decreasing my exposure. Estate Guru's defaulted portfolio represents 47% or €127 million. It's unlikely that I would continue my investments here unless there are some major recoveries in the upcoming months. Outside of the notoriously bad performing German portfolio, Estate Guru has a high default rate also in Finland, Lithuania and Latvia. The Estonian market seems to be the only region where Estate Guru can maintain a somewhat acceptable default rate. In October, I also increased my exposure to Fintong. So far, the platform pays interest on time every month and there are no delays or pending payments. While the loan availability in rental units is currently somewhat limited, the platform also offers investments in late-stage development loans for some of their properties, which will soon be offered as serviced apartments. The interest rates on Fintong are starting to decrease, especially for rental products. By investing in some of the development loans, you might be able to secure a higher return. Crowdpeer is also a platform where I increased my portfolio last month. There are no delayed loans and interest is being paid according to the loan repayment schedule, which indicates that the team behind Peerberry, with the support of an experienced head of risk, can provide good investment opportunities even in Lithuanian real estate loans. At the end of October, the outstanding portfolio amount was 76,922 euro, 5.38% lower than in September. This portfolio generated 1,060 euro in interest, 39% more than in the previous month, mainly due to the repayments on Bonster. Regarding portfolio diversification, most of my funds remain invested on free platforms, namely Peerberry, Esketit and Robocash. The exposure on Esketit is currently somewhat lower due to my exit from Jordan. Regarding loan status, over 81% of loans are current, an improvement of 4% compared to the previous month. The war-affected loans in recovery represent 2.6% of the portfolio. This amount decreased by 5.29% relative to the previous month, as Peerberry's lending partners continued the repayment of loans from Ukraine. The default rate decreased as the loans from RobiCredit were repaid. Most of the loans in the portfolio are short-term loans, followed by commercial and real estate loans. The exposure to rental units has also increased compared to the previous month. The portfolio is well diversified across various countries. Most loans are issued in Poland, followed by commercial loans from Robocash and consumer loans in the Czech Republic and Spain, which have replaced many loans from Jordan. Most of the loans in this portfolio remain unsecured, backed by a group and buyback guarantee. A mortgage or machinery backs the secured portion of the portfolio. To summarize this portfolio update, the average investment per loan in October was 114 euro and the weighted average interest rate slightly increased to 11.62%. The portfolio is split across 670 loans in 14 countries. So that's been a quick review of my portfolio. If you appreciate the update, hit the like button and subscribe to not miss out on the next one. If you have made any changes to your portfolio recently, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.